Hello guys, welcome to the eighth lesson in this Python series. Tomione here for Coding for Youth, and we have been discussing about Python, the intro to Python. In this class, we're going to be talking about strings and string manipulation. Also, some string. We check out some strings method and other important features, some things you need to know about strings in Python. Now, before we begin, I'd like to encourage you to, learn how to code. Learn a bit, try a bit of code every day. Use the online resources. We have a lot of resources out there to learn, coding. Okay, so also I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and leave your comment in the comment section. So today we'll be talking about strings, and of course we have discussed strings in the previous classes, but let's look at a bit detail feature of string in Python. So strings in Python are surrounded by either a single quotation marks or double quotation marks. Okay, so let's go back to our text editor. We have been using Mo editor. Of course, we can assign a string value to a variable, right? So like I said, it doesn't matter whether you're using single quotes or double quotes to specify your string literal. Okay, now we have talked about the print, to print a string literal. So how do you assign a string to a variable? We have discussed that as well. You assign a string to a variable. Let's say we have x. You can say this is equal to hello, right? This hello is a string there. It's either you use single quotes or double quotes. You can say y is equal to let's use single quotes here. So word, right? Okay, so this is how you assign a string to a variable. Now let me just zoom this in so that I think the thing is a bit too tiny. The text, the font size is a bit tiny, so that you can see better. Okay, I believe this is okay. So if we print, let's say we want to say, let's print hello world, right? We can print x and y, okay, together. Let's run this. We have hello world, right? If you want to, you can actually do something like this. Okay, yep, hello world. Okay, so so you have your hello world. You can see it doesn't matter whether it's a single quote or a double quote. Now, what about multi-line strings? We have also discussed multi-line strings. We can actually have a multi-line string, like we can have something like let's say we have a equal to, for multi-line string we use triple quotation marks, or we can single, that's for single or double. We can use double or single, and then we can come and say the quick brown fox, say, jumps over the lazy dog. Excuse me. Of course, you close it back. So if we print this, let's print A. This is also a string, right? See, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This is how you do multi-line. You see that you use single quotes or double quotes. This is how you do multi-line string. You can use double quotes if you wish. Instead of single quotes, I use double quotes. Okay. Now let's talk about strings as arrays. We'll talk a little bit about arrays. Okay, so like many other popular programming languages, strings in Python are arrays of bits, okay, or bytes rather, representing Unicode characters. However, Python does not have a character type, a character data type. Okay, so a single character is simply a string with a length of 1. And of course, square brackets can be used to access elements of a string, just like in most programming languages. So for instance, let's say we have x to be equal to hello world, okay, like that. Now to access each individual um, character of the string, we can come here and say print, and then we use square brackets, right? And then we can get the index 1. If you print this, you get E, all right? Don't forget that arrays starts from 0. So 1 will give us E. That's the index. So if you have 0, we're going to have H, right? Okay, so let's talk about looping through strings. You can actually loop through these, since we now know that strings are bytes of array. We can loop through them. So you can loop through the characters using the for loop. Okay, so let's talk about for loop. We'll talk much more about it in the future, but let me just show you what I'm talking about here now. Okay, so I can come here, I say now I have my x, I declared. I can say for a in x. Okay, remember, just like function, we don't need the parentheses or curly brackets, but we see that everything that comes under the for loop declaration, starting from indent 4, will be executed under the for loop. So let's print a, right, and see what our result will look like. So we can see here that we printed each letter as a character, right, looping through them. Okay, so you see H, hello, now, printed each individual character. Okay, so we're going to learn more about for loop in the future. Now let's talk about string length. How do you check the length of a string? To get the length of a string, you use the length function. Let's just comment out this. Use the length function. Let's talk about the length. So to find the length of a string, you can say print, get the length, use the length function like this. In JavaScript, it's spelled length, completely, and then we say the length of x. This will give us an integer, right? Say 12. So the length of the string hello world is 12. Let's count it. So counting from here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I will count it again. Of course, it's 12. It's 12. So the length is counting from 0, but though you include the 0, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The white space is counted also. Okay, so that's how you get the length of your string. Now, what about to check if a certain phrase or character is present in a string? You can use the keyword in. Okay. Now we're going to check. Let's check if the word hello is present in the word hello world. Okay. We can simply do something like let's say print. We can say is hello in X. Okay, let's print this. Of course, it's true. So the in keyword is expects the result to be a boolean. Okay, is either true or false. Okay, we can as well use this in an if statement. We can say, okay, print only if the word keyword, the word hello is present. How do we do that? So let's look at that. We can say, we can come here and say, let me remove the print. Yeah. I can say if hello is actually in X, I want us to print. I can say print. I'll say yes. Hello is present. Okay. Let's run this. Let's do it like this. So S prints no hello is not present, right? So let's run this. Yes, hello is present. Now let's change this to something like something different. Let's say peace, right? Run this. Say no, hello, or no, peace is not present. Peace is not present. Okay, so let's run this. So no, peace is not present. Okay, so you can actually use that in a conditional statement using the in keyword to check if a particular text or particular word is present in a string. You can actually make this a longer string, and of course we're going to learn more about if statement in the future. We can use the combination of not and in to check if a phrase or character is not present as well. So these are the things you can do with strings, using an if statement, not in, and stuff like that. So for instance, we can come here and say, let me just remove this. We can say if he's not in X, prints yes, he's not present. Okay, so we can run this. You see, yes, P is not present, right? But if we put the second condition, we can actually check yes if it is present. Okay, so those are the things you can do with the, we just introduce the in and the not keyword. We can actually slice strings. Okay, we can return a range of characters by using a slice syntax. And the slice syntax, you specify the start index and the end index. Now you separate this by a comma. Okay, so for instance, we can come here and we'll just say print. We have our x, and then in our square bracket, we can say 2 column 5. This is how you slice. Okay, and then if we run this, you have, it's counting from 1, 2. Okay, then the 2 is, remember that array starts from 0, right? So 2 is inclusive. So we have 0, 1, and 2, which is inclusive. So it will not start from 2. rather it will start, 2 is exclusive rather, 2 is exclusive. So it's going to start from this letter L, and then you have another L and 0. Then when you come here, say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 exclusive, inclusive rather. Here we go off. Okay, so that's how you slice. You can, you can slice from a start. You can, if you want to slice from a start to 5, you have something like this, where you say X, and then you put your column first, then you say 5. Let's run this and see the results. So you see hello. Okay, so it will not include the whole of this, right? So you can actually do the same thing like slicing from here to the end by simply saying, let's try that. To say print X now, say 2 column. Okay, see the results starting from hello, right, down to the end. You can equally do negative slicing to slice your strings. Now let's talk about string, how to modify your string. Like you can get uppercase, lowercase in Python, and in Python you use things like upper, okay, to get the uppercase. Let's say we want to get uppercase of this text in Python. Let's print this for uppercase. All you need to do is type X and you say upper, right? If you print this, you see the word converts to uppercase. The same thing with lowercase. If you want everything to be lowercase, you just say print and then X dot lower. Let's run this. You see all the words, all the characters are lower. Okay, you can actually remove white space, but I'd like us to stop here for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. I will complete the string in the string manipulation methods in the next lesson. Thank you for watching.